Hey, what's up, gang? So, making some observations over the last couple weeks, in spring training about the Yankees. And again, I think a lot of folks are noticing these things. Number one, Davy Garcia looks good. So does Clark Schmidt. These guys were their number one and number two prospects a couple years ago. They were essentially their Volpe and their Oswald Peraza. So, am I happy with their, increased velocity and command right now? Yes. And their confidence levels? Yes. Am I relying on them? Hell no. Okay, expecting them to be part of the rotation? No. Just like Luis Severino, and I've said this ad nauseum, that I don't think it's a good idea to throw him to the wolves as the number two and expect him to just go out and throw 180 innings. His velocity's up. He's throwing 97, 98, and blah, blah, blah. His command is nowhere near it needs to be. And I do not feel good about plugging him as the number two starter behind Gerrit Cole. And this is one of the reasons I'll say it again, the Yankees need another starting pitcher, a reliable starting pitcher. After Cole, there's too many question marks. Jameson Taillon, first of all, he's got 1 year left with the team, okay? No guarantee he's going to be back in 2023. And he's obviously had some injury issues already. There's no guarantee he's going to stay healthy this season. Same thing, obviously, Domingo Germán. He's already on the 60-day IL. Who knows when he's coming back, okay? Jordan Montgomery, I hope he takes another step forward in that rotation. But he's, at best, he's like a number three with us. And but he might have to act as the number two. And it is what it is unless they bring in somebody. Nestor Cortez, I hope he takes a step forward as well. But keep in mind, he was really good the first half of the season, and then he ran out of gas the second half of the season. Okay? So it's important to him continue building that arm endurance so that maybe he'll become one of the more reliable starters for the Yankees. Okay? I like him, yes. Okay? I hope he makes it, yes. He's got 4 more years here at the very least. He's got 1 more pre-arb year and then 3 arb years before free agency. And he's young, so they have plenty of time to let him develop. All right? But after that, it's Luis Hill. I'm happy with his progress, and I really hope he gets an opportunity to be a piece of this rotation. I really, really do. But again, I can't stress enough the need for another starting pitcher. I've actually said they need to get 2, which I still think they do, because you can never have 1, you can never have enough starting pitching, but 2, that always seems to be most obvious with the Yankees. They have 3 to 4 starters go down almost every single year. Okay, and it can never be, you can never have enough, especially when you're Yankees here, and that's why I keep saying. Now, in terms of the offseason, I give them an incomplete, and right now, because I still think Cashman will bring in another starter. I don't know who, but I still think he will. I'm confident of that. Am I confident it's going to be a blockbuster? No, I'm not. But a reliable starting pitcher to put in that rotation that can give us innings and keep them in a position to win, I hope so. And maybe it's more of a ground ball pitcher now that they have much better infield defense. It could be a Kyle Hendricks type guy. Maybe they'll do a Kyle Hendricks and a Wilson Contreras type trade. It's possible. It's not a blockbuster, and we don't need it to be a blockbuster anyway. Just a reliable starting pitcher to put in that damn rotation to take advantage of some of the more advanced skill set they have now, or improved skill set. Minnesota trade, I've given my insights on that. Yeah, I think they got better defensively and offensively to a degree, too. Bringing back Rizzo, yeah, it's an upgrade over Jay Bruce, who was the first baseman last year in spring training in the beginning of the season. So, yeah, they're a step forward. But, again, there's still a need for an obvious need for another starting pitcher and potentially another catching acquisition as well. Rob Brantley's here, but he's not the answer. And platooning Ben Rortvedt once he gets healthy. And by the way, the Yankees did know he had an oblique injury. He didn't just get hurt here, and the Yankees found out later. So he had one, and he's been rehabbing, and he's progressing nicely in his rehab. So I do expect him to be back. Am I expecting him to be putting up some some ridiculous numbers? No. Just like Kyle Higashioka, even with his 2 home runs yesterday, I don't expect monster numbers from him either. But the fact is, they're improved significantly on the defensive side. Okay, now they have a righty and a lefty platooning here, and both of which have a little bit of pop in their bat. But again, you have catches that pitchers want to throw to now, so it's going to improve the quality of the starting rotation performance and the bullpen rotation. The bullpen guys, I should say, and that to me is a net plus. Yeah, Sanchez's offensive upside, his potential ceiling is higher, but too many mental lapses, too much inconsistency. The Yankees are better off with this platoon right now. Could they bring in a Wilson Contreras? Yeah, or maybe even Sean Murphy from the A's, and we've already talked about him and the Oakland A's starters. I'm actually more interested to see if they're going to go after, or potentially go after Tyler Soderstrom, or Shea Langoliers, who are the Oakland A's number 1 and number 2 prospects, both catchers. Soderstrom's been here for a couple years now. He's a young, dynamic catcher. Langoliers, they just got in the trade for Matt Olson from the Atlanta Braves. Both of them are top 50 overall prospects. So, and they have 2 of them, and they're number 1, 2 prospects. So they have a very, very high-end catching pipeline now, which is a good thing. And again, Sean Murphy will cost a ton because he's got 4 years of team control, and he's already proven he can play at the major league level. So, and could they package him and maybe get Montez? Yeah, it's going to cost a boatload. I think it's going to cost less to probably do something with the Cubs. But the problem with the Cubs is I don't see them getting a pitcher and a catcher because the way they've been adding pitching to that stable there. So I could see them maybe getting a Wilson Contreras by himself, but we'll see. So, but the biggest need to me still is a starting pitcher. Okay, they can manage in other areas right now, but starting pitching has to be the utmost priority, in my opinion. You guys let me know what you think. I mean, let's get into this. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so that you don't miss any moves that the Yankees make, all the other moves that happen this offseason, and everything into the season as well. I'll be going live towards the end of games and doing all kinds of different things, and which I hope you enjoy. So if you do, hit the thumbs up, obviously, too. But I don't want you to miss any of these things. But that's my take on the Yankees right now. They still get an incomplete for me. If you get a starting pitcher, right now, I mean, it's incomplete slash, it's like a C, something like that. If they get a starting pitcher, they'll probably be up in a B. But, regardless of the moves that other franchises made, investing here, investing there, I don't think the Yankees had any intention of bringing in any of those shortstops, even though some of them would have been a fit. So I don't really subscribe into, they're the reason the Twins got Carlos Correa. Who cares at this point? It's irrelevant. They have what they have. They're better, and they'll still be a very competitive, really, really good team. So let's get into this, guys. Give me your feedback.